Hello gamers, it's SuffKitty99 and today we're in House Flipper in the HGTV expansion and I'm going to be buying one of the new houses, the century-old house at £115,723 and we're going to be renovating it and making it to Kitty's own personal design in order to see what we can make with this house. As you can see, the before pictures are all very shabby and very dirty, and this poor little house needs a lot of tender loving care, so it should be pretty easy to give it a good facelift even just by cleaning it up. So let's grab this old house and make it into a new and beautiful home. Since it's a two-storey, that probably means, I think from when we did the client work, that there are 3 bedrooms, one biggish bedroom on the ground floor and 2 on the second floor. There are 2 bathrooms, one ensuite downstairs and one in the middle of the 2 bedrooms upstairs. You've got one of those big open areas in the house itself with that 2-storey open space in the front of the build, and it looks like we've got a really big amount of space in the garden as well, so there's got a lot of potential for the garden as well. So I think the very first thing we need to do is to get this hose pipe onto the outside of the house and try and get all that dirt off and see if we've got a nice house underneath. And look at that, already we can see the slate blue colour coming through on the walls, and that looks 100 times better already. That looks like it could be a great family home. Oh, and yes, we really do have a big garden. Well, we'll do the rest of the hosing off of the house off camera, and I'm going to do all of the renovation off camera as well. So I'm just going to give you a quick tour of the house first, then I'm going to go away and leisurely take care of the interior myself, and then I will come back and give you a tour. So we've got 3 ways to access, 4 if you include the French doors. So we've got a front door, a side door that leads into the bedroom downstairs, and a back door that leads into the back garden. So again, this is just going to need cleaning. I'm going to save that front door because I really like that style of figure 8 panel in the door. And like I said, I love this open plan, open upstairs area design of a room. So this is going to be, I think, a popular house for people to renovate for themselves. So we've got 1 bedroom here. Again, we need to do a lot of cleaning, but you could even keep the walls with the white wood if that cleans off nicely. You might not need to paint any of the walls. If you like the nautical wooden theme, you can probably keep most of the walls in the house without painting anything. So there's the bathroom upstairs. It's already got a nice sort of clawfoot bathtub, so that's quite nice. I might keep that. And here's the second bedroom. So yeah, I think I'll do the main bedroom for the parents downstairs, and I'm kind of thinking the 2 upstairs rooms will be for children. Now that nice light airy window there, letting a lot of light in the middle of the roof, makes that a really nice open plan living area. I think there's an awful lot of potential for this house and different styles and ways you could put it together. If you really don't like an extra dining room area, a separate dining room area downstairs, you can maybe make an extra room in there, even for extra bedroom maybe, if you want more space, or an office or whatever you want. So like I say, there's a lot of potential here. This room at the back here, it might make that into a laundry room. And here's the downstairs bedroom with the ensuite, and this is where the side door is to give you access out into the garden. I do think it's a little bit odd to have an access point to the side of the house through the bedroom, especially when there's not a patio area out there. Maybe you want to make a little patio area outside of that for the parents, for like little breakfast nook or something maybe. Anyway, I'm going to go away and do the house, and then I'll be back with a tour of it once I've completed it. Welcome back to the century-old house, and doesn't it look an awful lot better now that it's just been sprayed and cleaned with the hose pipe from the outside? So now that you can see that the walls are this lovely slate blue colour, and we've got one of these new designs of doors here with this kind of figure 8 pattern, and I also kind of think don't these figure 8 patterns look a bit like spider legs? So you could maybe say it's a spider door as well, or a figure 8 door. So I hope I haven't ruined the door for people now saying the spider thing. We've got these beautiful French doors here from the living space, so I just thought let's capitalise on that. So I've cut all the grass around the house, and right in front of the French doors I've added this picnic table and then a little bit of foliage, because I figure with the French doors opening out into the front space with the road out here and all the other houses overlooking it, if we put these like lilac trees and things along the front here, it gives a tiny little bit of a curtain of foliage to keep the French doors and your picnic table from easy view of the street. So it just gives you that little bit of extra privacy while you're using this space, so that you can be encouraged and enticed out in nice weather to utilise the garden from your French door. So I just thought that would be quite nice. So I've not done a lot else in this front garden area. I've just made a little bit of foliage along the front here near the French doors, and then at the opposite side of the gate I've just added a little bit more greenery to kind of match what we've got here. I've kind of done a small matching pattern over here with slightly different foliage, and just added a little splash of colour over here in the corner with this small Japanese maple tree. I've kept a few of the older trees in the garden, like this one over here and a few over in this direction. And through here we have access to the side door, which goes straight into the bedroom. And everything's just nice and clean because we've cleaned it all the way around. Again, we've kept a tree here, and I've just added a hammock so that you're kind of in the shade a little bit of that tree at certain times of day. And of course somewhere to relax, to read, to just catch the sun, just to get away from everybody else. We made a small patio area here in the back, through the back door, and we've got a parasol over a table to keep you nice and cool and keep some of the sun off you so you don't burn while you're using your garden. And I just think these are quite nice, elegant chairs. A little barbecue, extra couple of little stools at the two sides here to relax in your garden. And then we've added a pool, because this is kind of a beach area, isn't it? So you probably want somewhere to just cool off when you're in the sun in your garden, so you can relax in the pool. If you want, you can get a little bit of sun, or you can just lie there while you dry off from the pool before you go back into the house itself. And we have kept one or two more of the little trees around the side, and that's about all. The only other extra thing is we've just added one of those small sort of semicircular flower beds in this corner with some foliage, just to add a little spark of colour to the garden. And there's not too many flowering plants, so it'd be quite easy to just keep this little plot watered here in case of hot weather, so you don't have tons of things that you need to keep watering all the time. So this is the garden area for the century-old house that I built, playing around with the garden stuff. Just think the pools are a nice addition, and we've got just enough stuff in the garden to entice a family out into it. And we've got a two-storey house, so I do kind of think that this is going to be a family house. So let's go in through the back door, shall we? And we've got a welcome mat, and here we've got the fuse box, and we've got our little laundry room. So we've got a washer and a dryer, and then we've just got a little bit of cabinet space so you can store your detergent and laundry stuff inside here. And then on the top here you can be folding your laundry as it comes out. And we've got a couple of laundry baskets. I've got a white one and a black one, so I kind of thought you put your whites and your light stuff in the white one and your darker colours in the dark one, so that it's easy for whoever's doing the laundry to not have to sort everything out. They can just tip the box out and push it into the laundry. Just makes the job a lot easier if people just sort it for them as you're going along. We've used this new sort of honeycomb pattern of tiling on the floor from the new HGTV expansion, and the walls we've kept that white coloured open board style, which kind of fits into this nautical themed seaside resort area. So we've kept a lot of that white wooden board throughout there, a lot of the houses. because that's just such a great theme, tying it into the ocean when we've just got the ocean just down the road a little bit. Over here, the kitchen, we've got the whiteboard just around the edge here where the doors are, leading into the living room in that direction and the dining room in this direction. And over here we've added a little island sort of thing into the room where we've got some chairs so that you can sit here and talk to the people doing the cooking, or just to have your breakfast quick at this counter space. We've used the white theme through much of this area. We've used this grey granite worktop with the little white veins throughout it to keep it all together. We've used the white stools with the beige seats, and we've used this beige sort of napkin thing to delineate where the spaces are for the chairs. Nice fresh fruit bowl to encourage the kids to grab fruit instead of going for something too sweet and eating too much sugar. White cabinets on the walls. Got one of these nice double ovens, one of these new ones. Got the hob right here underneath the ventilation fans. Lots of storage space on the walls, and we've used one of the new brick sort of marblish effect tile on the wall here around where you'll be cooking. A little bit of the board again here behind the fridge. Don't forget your herbs so that you've got some nice fresh herbs when you're doing your cooking. A few cooking utensils, a little tiny splash of colour here on the wall. Coming around here, we don't have space for a window, so let's use a mirror instead to give you that little bit of depth of view so you're not looking straight at a piece of wall. Let's give you that reflection so you've got more to see. Using the same style of country style cabinets all the way around. Got some nice pieces of pottery on the work surface ready for your morning tea, and again we use the tiling here behind where we've got the kitchen sink so that you don't splash the water onto your wood. And I really like this kitchen. I think it's turned out beautifully, and I like the fact that we've got a black fridge in the middle of all that white, so it's just a little bit of a contrast and adds a little extra character. And I like the fact that we've got the tile on this wall here and then the boards here. I like the fact that there's that little separation in the colouring, just adds that extra little detail to the room itself. And I really like this room. I think it's turned out really well. I'm very proud of it. And again, the floor is this honeycomb texture that leads into the utility and laundry room in the back here as well. So I'm very happy with that. And of course we've used some of the new lighting on the ceiling. We've got that circular donut lamp in the middle, and then a couple of hanging lamps just above where you've got the counter for sitting and eating your meals. Through here we go an open doorway into the dining room area. We've got a grey tint to the natural floor in here. We've kept the white wooden walls throughout the room, and we've added the grey hints here. So we've got the grey tint to the wooden floorboards, and then we've got grey in the legs of the chairs, and then we move into the paler blue on the chair seats, and we've got one of these more modern glass tables with blue on the legs and then a slightly grey tinted tabletop. We've got the off-white dining room cabinet here to display your beautiful crockery. We've used the blue twisty ribbon lamp, which is one of the new ones, and we used blue flower pots on the windowsill. So we've got 3 flowering plants in blue pots on this windowsill and 3 flowering plants in blue pots on this one, to make sure that we've got all that extra colour added to the room. So if I back up a little bit so you can see the whole of the room in one shot without me moving around, it's fairly minimal, but I think that all the colours, because you've got all that variation in between the grey at the floor and the bright blue in the pots and the lampshade, that I think it ties it all very nicely together. You've got that graduation of colour, and just that little tiny accent of colour makes it pop that little bit, and I really like that as well. Very simple and elegant, and fairly modern as well. Yeah, I'm really happy with this house, I think you can tell. Which brings us into the living room itself with these big French doors that lead out to the garden where we started originally. So I've used an accent wall in this sort of aqua ovals pattern on this main wall here with all the doors into the dining room and the kitchen. We've also got a fireplace attached to this wall, and we've used this grey and I tend to think of it as a grey and blue pattern on the floor with this tile here, but it's not really blue, but it kind of is the grey that leans towards blue, so I just thought that that one would work quite well with our white and blue colour scheme that we've gone for. We've kind of got the brownish grey on the surround of the fireplace, and then above it we've added a beautiful blue sea view picture just to kind of add that accent to the blue again. And I've gone for a blue pot on my plant, and over here I've gone for some little aqua pots for our succulents and cacti, and then blue accents with the vases and the bottle on our little white cabinet here to store things in. We've kept with that sea theme again here with the plaque on the wall, which celebrates all things nautical with boats and life buoys and anchors. And then we've stuck with blue. We've got one of these new corner sofa units here that you can relax on. It looks so relaxing and comfortable to lie on. I wish I had space for something similar to that in my own house. That would be so good to lie out on and read your book or listen to music, and just, yeah, that would encourage me to be lazy, so maybe not such a good idea. And then over here we've got the see, this bit causes you to relax, and this is the normal sort of seating area. But I do really like these new sofas, and I love the fact that you can change the cushions as well. I really quite like this pattern for this particular colour scheme for this particular house, because we've got the blues and we've got the whites and creams and we've got the aqua colours, so it just kind of ties it all together, and the extra little bit of pink just makes it pop a little bit, and it's doesn't overpower and detract from the rest of the house, so I'm really pleased with that. We've got the same rug over here that we've got over here, tying the whole thing together, and we've added the aqua life preserver, not life preserver, what do you call them, they're the rescue rings that you would throw out, aren't they? I forgot what they're called. Bad brain. Anyway, so one section for nice and relaxing, and the other section over here to be nicely by your fire in the colder months. And we've got the nautical accents with the plaque over here and the mirror over here, and I just think it all ties quite nicely together. And we've got a little bit of storage space back here, again with the little blue shelves to tie it into the rest of the colour scheme. So there is our living room from front to back, and of course I forgot to say, underneath the mirror we've got a little bit of storage and a place to sit, to take your shoes off, put your shoes on, maybe hide your shoes in the drawers. Then we have, through here we have the master bedroom with a big blue double bed, tiny closet over here, just left a little bit of white tile in the base and left the wooden stripes again for the walls. We've got a feature wall over here, again it's in blue, and this time it's got the flower pattern on it. So we've got the blue sort of Hessian style carpet again, and we've used the blue accented new little tables by the side of the bed. We've got grey lamp shades, and we've got this beautiful blue bed with the white wood to tie it again into all the white wood and the rest of the colour scheme throughout the house. We've got a little puff to sit in here, and this is the side door or access to the side of the house. And we've got another one of the sea view pictures. This one's a more sunsetty sort of picture. And through here we have an ensuite bathroom. Again we've used these aqua towel on the side of the... I've used these a lot in the makeovers that I'm doing for this section of the HGTV one, because I really like this hanger for the towel on the wall. And then we've used this new dot mosaic wall tile over here, and I've used the white colour again throughout with a little bit of the grey to tie it into the blue colour scheme again. We've got another one of the white laundry baskets in here for them to drop their clothes in. I need to sort it when they get to the laundry room. We've got a shower because it's not a huge room, so we don't really have space for a bath. And also a shower will allow you to just jump in and out when you've been to the beach and things. Just give yourself a quick rinse off. Then we've got the toilet tucked in here. So you've got everything that you need. It's a beautiful little ensuite room, and I've just added a couple of those blue checkerboard patterns just to add a little bit of colour to it. So we've got the spotty tile wall over here, and then we go back to the white boards around here, which leads you back into the bedroom. So ta-da! So now it's time to pop upstairs, where you've got the extra bedrooms for the children. Here we've got a little room for a boy. We've got the starry wall over here, so you can admire the universe and the cosmos from your own bedroom. We've used this circular sort of planetarium style of lamp. And because it's for a boy, we've used the blue colour scheme. Easy cop out, isn't it, to do it that way? But no, it kind of matches. I really like the fact that the starscape has this sort of purple and blue accent, so it matches quite nice to a blue colour scheme. I've gone for the navy blue over there, and then a slightly lighter shade around the edges. Got the navy blue blind on here, and for some reason it wouldn't let me put a blind on this wall. Not quite sure why. It would have looked much nicer if I'd been allowed to put a blind on the second window. We use the grey wood for the desk and the chair to give them some study space, so that they've got somewhere to do their schoolwork, and just a chair to sit and relax if you just want to read something. And for storage, we've just got some drawer space over there, so there's not a lot of space for them to keep clothes and things, but there isn't really a lot of space. It would have felt really cramped to add more furniture, I think, because it's not a huge room, but I think it's just a nice little room for a boy. And they could add extra furniture if they really wanted, but I thought a desk was more important than a big cupboard space. But we could probably fit one in over here if you really wanted to. I love this open plan thing, look, so you can see down into the lounge underneath. I really do like this. And this one, you've got this big window here to add in the extra light, and so you can see out into the distance as well. Kind of spoilt by there being a roof in the viewpoint, but I really do like the actual roof there. On this landing area, I've added a couple of hanging lamps in the sort of greyish tint there. So there's one there and one there. So that's the boys' room. Then we have a bedroom, a bathroom, and then a bedroom. So 3 rooms up here. We've got a bath in this room, so that if you want a bath, you can soak in the bath here. But of course, that does mean that if the kids want a shower, they're going to have to go through the parents' bedroom in order to get to the shower. But swings and roundabouts, and families will get along somehow anyway. So we've got a little one of these succulents again in the window. We've used the blue-grey tile that we've used near the fireplace on the floor. We've got it on the wall up here behind the bath to help stop the splashes, and it runs onto the floor as well. The same style of pattern, look. I think the one on the wall is slightly bluer than the one on the floor, or that might just be the lighting, not 100% sure about that one. I've used this blueprint again on the wall. Little bit of the tile again right behind where the sink is to stop the splashes, and we've used the rope style flotation device here as a mirror again, and the aqua towel rail on the wall. So quite a simple little bathroom, but I do think it's quite an elegant one, and I'm pleased with it, because again, all quite small rooms, but I think that they've come out really well. Which leaves us with our final room, which again is a bedroom. Guess what? It's a room for a girl. So I've used this stripy floor carpet here, and then I've covered most of it with this beautiful patterned rug, which, if you look, matches the, if you can see it, the pattern on the cushions downstairs. It's that same pattern that we've got for this rug. So if you're thinking about things that you want to coordinate with, remember that the pillows have the same pattern as the rug, so that you can match them together if you want to. I've used a pink tint to the bedside table. It's the same bedside table as we used downstairs. We've used a pink tinged mesh to the bottom of the lamp, and then this pink lampshade on it. It's quite a dark lampshade. It's almost a brassy colour, but it is listed as pink if you look for the options. Instead of going for completely pink, I've used a red wall as our feature wall over here, and then I've used pink on the rest of the walls in the room here. I've added a desk space using white wood and a pale pink chair, white wood drawer space, a whiteboard so that you can make notes. We've used the pink bedspread, the quilt style bedspread on the white wood bed. We've used the flower garden painting on the wall, and we've used the oval ellipses like we've used in the wallpaper downstairs for the feature wall. We've used that style of pattern here for the blinds in the girls' room, but we've done it in pink obviously because it's the girls' room. We've got pink flowers in two different pots. We've got a white one and a red one in the two windowsills, and we've got a beautiful bright vibrant pink, sort of a fuchsia type pink here for the chair. So the girl and the boy have got very similar amounts and styles of furniture, but obviously in colours that match the rooms that we're going for here. So that is the girls' bedroom, and that completes my tour of the century-old house the way that Kitty decided to design it. So it's time for us to sell the house, and then we can take a look at the before and after shots. So we bought the house for £115,000. It has 11 rooms, and we spent 3 hours 39 minutes working on it. So let's pop it on auction and see what people think about it. I'm expecting it to go to a family, so seeing all of the single people go through first makes an awful lot of space and sense. Yeah. The Johnson family didn't like it for some reason. Okay, the Smoth family did decide they liked it. I was expecting the other family to be further up there though. So the Smoth family, oh, they've not offered us an awful lot, did they? We need at least 2 bedrooms, and what do we have here? We have 3, dear. Every house needs a living room, don't you think? I'm sorry, what's that big room downstairs? I think there's something wrong with the algorithm of how they think things through, but yes, I think we should have got a lot more than that, dear. That's not much of a profit, so I'm very disappointed with that, and I think that we need to go for extra money. Let's see if they'll go for that. And they've accepted, but I do think that's a really low amount of upgrade considering how much work we've put in there, and the fact that they don't notice that as a living room is really, really weird, because I think it really is a living room. Crazy game. But I did enjoy doing that house, and I think it's turned out really well. So let's take a look at the photographs. Really pleased with that kitchen. Really like this living room. I don't know why they don't see that as a living room though. I wonder what's missing for a living room. Oh, very odd game. Girls' room looks really cool too, and the parents' room looks really, really nice. In fact, I think the whole house has turned out really, really well. Yeah, very, very pleased with that one. I hope that this has given you some ideas and inspirations for your own, and I really like the fact that we've got that open span view from the upstairs as well. So I think this again could be a great house for people to renovate for their own projects. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. From Soft Kitty 99, goodbye and happy gaming!